Hi, it's been a while. I moved, so I couldn't really film. Google reviews. I kind of base my life off of Google reviews because I go somewhere new. I look at the reviews. Okay, we're good. And then sometimes I'm like, oh wow, this place sucks. I'm scared to go. It's a helpful tool. I mean, everybody uses it. I've just been finding really, really stupid and funny Google reviews, and I thought I would share them with you guys because they are so insane. Okay, they're not that insane, but like, they're kind of funny. Yeah, so we're just gonna go through these. Apologies, I cannot say Google correctly. I kind of say it wrong. I feel like I stumble on how I say Google. So I'm saying Google, I don't know, I can't talk, I guess. I have them all in here that I found. So we're just gonna go through a few. And yeah. So this one is from a Target, and it's by this person, by this lady. I'm just gonna read it now. I went into the Starbucks to ask about the merchandise, and the lady working there was not friendly or welcoming about my questions. Why are you going into Starbucks to ask about the merchandise in Target? Huh? What? It was like she didn't care to answer my question, and her attitude was not welcoming. I'm not used, USE, to Starbucks employees being rude, and was surprised. I was excited to buy the merchandise, but I think now I won't step foot back into this location. Again, lots of, what? What? Okay, why are you asking the barista about merchandise in Target? I don't know if she means the Starbucks merchandise or the Target merchandise. It's not very clear, but either way, why are you asking the barista while they're working about merchandise? Like, I just don't understand. Also, you can leave a review for the Starbucks area in Target. You don't have to on Target. And why are you asking the barista about the merchandise? What do you mean? If I was a barista, and if you've seen the Starbuckses at Target, they look really hectic. It's usually like one person working. Hey, that looks really stressful. Maybe they were stressed and busy and weren't, you know what? Fair. Honestly, fair. I would also be a little annoyed if someone was like just getting in the way. And over here, like getting everything ready, and someone's like, excuse me, I have a question. I have a question about my Target Circle app. Dude, I'd be like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Alright, let's just get another one. This one's probably boomer related. Sorry, boomers. Probably don't watch my videos. And if you do, sorry. My grandparents are boomers. I love them, but y'all make really funny Google reviews. I'm sitting here at table this very moment. Food is cold, not even warm. My wife says to behave and not make a scene. Okay. Why are you making a Google review from your table? That's kind of weird. I guess. I mean, you can leave. By the way, this was at a Golden Corral. What are you expecting? Genuinely, what are you expecting? Like, the food is like sitting there out at the buffet. It's not gonna be hot or great. And what do you mean my wife says to behave and not make a scene? And why is she telling you that? What are you, like 10? Grown-ass man, are you like 5? Why does your wife have, why does your wife have to tell you to not make a scene? And why the rock eyebrow raise? Like, okay. It's just funny. Here's from Walmart. Y'all love Walmart. And honestly, you know, people shit on the Walmart employees. Low-key, I kind of feel bad for them. I fully understand why they are the meanest people to others sometimes, though, because these, like, customers are just crazy. And no, the customer's not always right. It's not true. They're wrong 99.9% of the time. Whatever, let's go to this next one in Walmart. Staff very rude, called to pick up order and said, I have been waiting a long time. They just said, yeah, we are not done. You have to wait longer. It was a bad experience. Would not recommend it all. Okay. Let me hold your hand when I tell you this. You did an online pickup order. Yeah, so that takes time for them to fulfill the order. They get the order in their system. One of their workers has to go around, look for the item, scan it in, but they also are doing a bunch of other things on top of that, I'm assuming. Do an online order, they give you a window, a time frame, where you can pick up your order when it's done. And realistically, this doesn't take like 30 minutes. This is like an hour or 2 hour kind of thing. So I don't know why you're calling them and being like, hey, it's not done. I've been waiting a while. Yeah, that's the point. Like it's an online order you pick up and like within the time frame they give you. So why call them and be like, I've been waiting a long time. And they're just like, yeah, we're not done. Also, I don't even know like what bro was like picking up. He probably had a big freaking order and they were still like getting the stuff for him. And he's over here like, why is it if it's taking too long, then just go to the store. Just go to the store. Hey, if it's taking too long, maybe just go to the store. This guy seems like he looks like a normal guy. Hey, just go to the store. You can go up there. And you know what? Instead of waiting so long for your pickup order because you're a lazy piece of crap, you can just go over there and get it yourself within like 5 minutes, you know. Whatever. Like the incompetence of the public is crazy. Like, you will give them instructions, you'll give them explanations, and they still just don't understand. Let's go to Card Guy. Let's go to One Piece Card Guy because, you know, yeah. Normally, I don't have an issue with this Target. To DAG, however, I don't appreciate staff lying, saying someone told me, what? I don't appreciate staff lying, saying someone told me back in tech I could only get 2 sets of One Piece see as cards. Okay, fair. A lot of cards nowadays, you just have to get a max of 2 or like 1 per person. Per person, not per transaction, by the way. Never spoke to anyone back there. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, you didn't speak to anybody or they didn't? And if they didn't speak to anyone back there, how do you even know that? Like, you went back there with them? No, you didn't. Liar. You're the liar. So I was buying a bunch for a friend who's trying to master set and rang up. What? So I was buying a bunch for a friend who's trying to master set.
You what?
And rang up 2. It wouldn't let me do more. That's what the sign said. That's what the sign said. Why are you surprised? Also, this guy cannot freaking write. There's no punctuation. And I'm bad at grammar. I'm horrible at grammar and stuff like that. I'm horrible. But this is insane. This is like a run-on sentence missing context and missing words and missing everything that I need to understand like what exactly is going on. Because what do you mean? So I was buying a bunch for a friend who's trying to master set and rank up 2, it wouldn't let me do more. What? Okay. Said it. Who said? He just put period said. That's fine. Like you? Okay. Said that's fine. But I asked if I could do more than one transaction.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
If the sign says 2 per customer. 2 per customer. Not transaction. If it was X per transaction, that sign wouldn't be up there. Asked if I could do more than one transaction. The cashier checked and said it was fine because it's One Piece, not Pokemon. But didn't the sign say? Okay. Then, out the blue, what I assume is the manager who failed to 5 her name.
Huh?
Said, I was told in tech I could only... What? She said this? Who failed to 5 her name said, I was told in tech I could only buy 2. I don't appreciate liars or people who try to fault you when you ask ahead of time. Do better. I don't get it. I don't get it. This review deserves a thumbs down negative star. You know how like on Ulta and you know all those other places you can like thumbs down a review if this was helpful or not? Yeah, I click that thumbs down all the time. This guy deserves it. Because I don't know what you're talking about exactly. And there's a sign. Okay, maybe there's like some miscommunication between like the workers. Okay, whatever, who cares? But it's really not that, at the end of the day, it's not that big of a deal. This is like tiny. Like we're doing the most for some cards. One Piece cards, mind you. We're doing the most for some One Piece trading cards. Like a plushie, okay, I get it. But these are some cards, bro. And, you know, looking at the way he's typing and explaining stuff, I'm assuming this guy must be in his middle age. Which, hey, to an extent, I don't know, man. I don't think this is a place for you to be. You should no. I don't know, man. This is just, it's a no for me. Okay, here's another one from Target. Shittiest Target in the world. Not a single basket in any basket holders. No music playing. Shelves never stop. Literally close this place down already. I feel like there's other things you could justify as giving a place a 1-star review. But, you know, not being any, like, no baskets because it's probably freaking busy. That's, like, okay, like, that happens sometimes. Just go get a cart. You know, just go get that. No music playing. Why is that, like, a problem? Why is that? That's so weird. Like, I like when I go to a store and it's silent. Like, no music playing. Like, I don't need that. Like, I miss when Target didn't play music. I love when they don't play music. It's like very great because I can think and it's quiet and it's not annoying and overstimulating. The concerns are not valid. These are like invalid concerns in my opinion. These are like dumb concerns. You could have been anything else, bro. This one's from Chuck E. Cheese. My best friend told me to look at a Chuck E. Cheese review. So that's what I did. But this one's just kind of funny. I can't read. Okay. This is from someone's grandma. By the way, a lot of these reviews were like from grandparents. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess why would the kid leave a review? But whatever. Okay. It's not a place I would bring my grandkids back to. There were people in the parking lot smoking weed. And inside was chaos. We were there for a party and I will never go back. Another run-on sentence. Why can't these adults, literal grown adults, at least use a period? That's the easiest grammar like thing. And I suck at grammar. I suck at it so bad. But like, they just can't do it and I just don't understand. This is a humongous, huge, big, fat run-on sentence. Whatever. The smoking weed in the parking lot is crazy. I'm sorry. There's probably people that work there. I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, if I was working at Chuck E. Cheese, you know, I wouldn't blame them. That place is crazy. And I went to Chuck E. Cheese actually last year. Yeah, last year for my cousin's party. Yeah, it was chaos in there. I was so overstimulated, I started crying. And I left and I cried at home for a very long time because I was just so overstimulated and it was horrific. And it's just not the same anymore like it used to be back in my day. Honestly, yeah, why are you surprised it was chaos if you were there for a party? Yeah. You have a bunch of like 6-year-olds running around. It's very loud. How did you see people in the parking lot smoking weed? Here's my last and absolute favorite one. This is from Goodwill. The Will. Just wait till you hear this one. It was terrible. I gave my order 3 staff.
You what?
I gave my order 3 staff. N, the letter N. I waited 15 minutes, the letter N. They just walked off, the letter N. The supervisor looked at me while I stood there. How do you know they were a supervisor? Okay. I will never go back to Taco Bell, bleep bleep Boulevard. It was terrible. What do you think? The second paragraph is the same thing in the first paragraph. I didn't even know that. I did not realize that. Oh my god. How do you type the exact same paragraph? It's so funny, dude. 1 star for Goodwill. And it's about Taco Bell. It's about Taco Bell. Great things going on in the mind of the general public. And then Goodwill responds. Goodwill owner, by the way. The Goodwill owner responds. Ma'am, this is the Goodwill store plus John Connection page and are not related to Taco Bell on Bleep Drive, Boulevard, whatever. And what makes it worse is that somebody reacted to this exact review and put the pray emoji. Like, thank you. Thank you so much for saying this about Goodwill. It's about Taco Bell! Genuinely, how are you going to make a review about Taco Bell, get on Google Maps, click on it, but you click on Goodwill and you're like, yep, this is the one, and then you just write the dumbest review I've ever seen. I need to know what's going on in these people's brains when they're making reviews, because they're just like, I don't know, a lot of the reviews I see are so like, they're just dumb. And I would argue they're not even valid because a lot of them are just kind of stupid. Some of these things are just like, okay, like what are you expecting? Or is it really that big of a deal? I don't know, that might just be my Zillennial Gen Z take on a lot of stuff, because I just kind of don't care. But also, like, I can recognize what I'm getting myself into going into certain businesses, like going to corral. Also, I've worked in retail many, many times for many, many years, so I understand the worker's point of view and what it's like being on the other side. And a lot of these complaints are just so, like, they're just dumb. They're just unnecessary. Yeah. That's all I can handle before I get mad. Actually get mad. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I will be back very, 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 very soon. And yeah, I hope you thought that was funny. Kind of. Probably wasn't. But I had to show them because some of them were just so dumb. Like, wow. Genuinely wow. Okay, well, I'll see you in my next video.